Yeah, good afternoon, and thank you very much to VST ECS, and really great to be here, and thank you so much for inviting me to speak today on behalf of Zebra. My apologies that I cannot be with you, physically because of the pandemic, but I look forward, to have an opportunity to meet face to face in the near future. I'm hearing that Philippines is doing very well now with the controlling the pandemic, and I heard from VST-ECS also that there might be a plan to go and doing that face to face in the near future. So again, to the VST-ECS, thank you so much, and really great to be here with all the attendees and also the other panelists to share with you my presentation today. And I think for just to start with, I like to play one short video. I hope that this will give you an idea a little bit about Zebra before I will start with the presentation. So let me share with you this video. Just give me 1 second.
One moment, one action, one decision is all it takes to unleash powerful waves of transformation, impacting teams, businesses, communities, and lives. What if you could enable this effect and meet the demands of immediacy and operational excellence across your organization? The benefits would be exponential, resulting in a dynamic force that touches and transforms everything. Activating this force requires gaining greater visibility into all aspects of your operations and elevating every team and frontline worker to their absolute highest potential. Enhancing experiences, exceeding expectations, fueling pride and fulfillment, igniting remarkable growth. Freeing them from silos and inefficiencies so that they can focus on what's most important and move towards higher, more meaningful contributions. Connecting them to each other and to the right data to guide smarter decisions as the moment unfolds. Allowing them to work intuitively with and alongside machines more intelligently and effortlessly than ever before. Because when you and your teams are fully enabled and empowered to do your best work, this force not only boosts individual success and drives better experiences for those you serve, it also travels all the way back to strengthen the core of your organization, creating an unstoppable momentum, a competitive advantage that keeps going and doesn't let up, allowing you to capture your performance edge only with Zebra.
Yeah, I hope the video ran smoothly to all of you. So yeah, with that, I like to start by sharing with you regarding the presentation that I like to make today. So yeah, my topic is about capture your performance edge, and I hope that I can expand your perspective on the automation, intelligent automation that's happening now in the world. Right, and also the trend of IT that is not just on the core, that moving rapidly to the cloud, but also on the edge. As the host mentioned before, that my name is Kristanto Suryadharma. You can call me Chris. I am currently the Vice President of Southeast Asia and also Channel for Asia Pacific, excluding China, for Zebra APAC. I'm based in Singapore, and I also used to travel a lot to Philippines before, and meeting with partners and as well as end users during my previous time with Hewlett Packard Enterprise. So before Zebra, I spent 8 years with HPE, and also before that was with Microsoft Asia Pacific for 7 years, and then Intel for 10 years. So total, I think I have about 32 years of experience in the IT industry, and very, very fortunate that all of the experience is very much focused in APAC region. So I think let me start with this perspective that we in Zebra and also in the market seeing that during the pandemic and also even after the pandemic, there is a bigger demand from the end user customers, that including all of you, how to deliver immediate and excellent services to your customers, right? Whether you are in retail, you are in healthcare, you are in manufacturing and transportation and logistics, across different industry, the demand to deliver the immediate services to the end user has been growing and never been greater before, right? And I think the one reason behind it is that many of the customers already exposed to the IT, whether they use the smartphone, they're buying online. So not like before, where IT is very much, or automation is very much on the enterprise, and also very much only for the people that working at the business level. Now it's already goes to consumers, and the expectation from the customers has been changed, right? Because of the exposure to the technology, to the mobile technology, to the internet, and also to the application software and all of that they already experience, as a consumer. So then when they buying something, or they want to get certain services, the expectation has been changed dramatically, right? They wanted to get immediate services. They want to get the information regarding what they doing very, very quickly. For example, if I'm buying something in e-commerce, I want to know after I place the order button, I press the order button, then I want to know, when it's going to be delivered to me. And the next day I come back to my orders, I check one more time. I want to know whether the product is going to be shipped out from the factory and where basically it is going through, right? So all of that really happened already in e-commerce, and I believe many of you already experienced that as well. So I think from our point of view, the demand, right, on this is really to how we're going to meet it, right? How we're going to fulfill that demand. We believe in Zebra that, and also our counterpart in the industry, that we need to focus on where the action is, right? And the action is actually happen on the edge, right? That's why we call it the edge, because this is where the action is happening, right? What we mean by that is that by the edge is that if you are in retail business, when your retail salesperson interacting with the customer that want to buy something, or they want to search for something, this is where the edge experience is happening, right? Or at the hospital, when the patient basically need to have certain care, and then the nurse is able to go and either explain what is the medication that you're going to take, right? And what is this medication is about, that will make the patient to have a bit more peace of mind, right? And then if you go into the transport logistics, similar things happen, right? That there is a demand to get those kind of services, and then we need to deliver that where the action is needed, right? So I'm going to talk more about it, I think, in these presentations to all of you. So I believe you have been going through a lot of information today about the core, right? And I see that many other presenters are talking about it, whether it's compute, storage, network, and all of that. So I came actually from that industry before. When I was in Microsoft and HPE, I deal a lot with the core, right? So the core is a system of record where you implement your database for the ERP, applications and all of that, the CRM. If you are the healthcare, you're going to adopt the EMR, electronic medical records, right? And if you're operating a warehouse and transport logistics, you're already implementing the warehouse management system, right? And all of this core system is very critical. Now every business needs this, right? And the implementation also, I think today, people talking about cloud, it is about where basically you're going to place your core, right? Whether you're going to place it at your on-premise or you want to go and place it at the public cloud. It doesn't really matter now because, and it's great for the customer because you get a choice. But on the other side of the, after the core is what we call is the edge, which is surrounding the core, right? And it is very important as well, and as critical as a core, because the edge system that you put in place will give you not just systems of record, but also systems of reality. What we mean by that is that in the edge, this is where the things are happening. This is where the work gets done, we call it, right? And if we are going to look into enterprise, the enterprise edge become even more critical. So when you invest on your automation, we advise many of our customers, you have to do balance. You invest in a core, but also you have to look into your edge, whether your edge able to give you the systems of reality, because this is where your salespeople interacting with the customers, right? Or where your frontliners, we call it in Zebra, interacting with the customers, right? So this is both required, and this is where the innovation really need to happen in the enterprise. And the good news is, I think in the last 5 years, the whole industry already recognized it, and then they start to invest a lot in the both core as well as edge, right? So that's why we see a lot of growth in the on the edge because of that. Even when I was in HPE, there was one of our CEO, Mac Whitman, make a statement that one day, the edge will eat the cloud. What does he mean by that is the data that generated and also need to be analyzed on the edge will be even bigger than the data that you put on your backend systems on the cloud, right? So the more that you can do, you can capture the data quickly on the edge, and then you're able to analyze it, and then you take an action based on that, will be equally important or even more important, right? And the data that generated and analyzed will be even bigger than the data that you have on the cloud. So this is very, very exciting dynamics that we see, and it's not just a theory, but also it's already start implemented in many, many different industry. So this is our what we see in the last few years. The edge is where a lot of business can make a difference, right? At the factory, they put the edge system to monitor and control how the products are being produced, right? They expect a certain timeline, they expect certain quality, right? And they use the edge systems to go and capture that. Yesterday, I sat down with a partner in Singapore, and they said that they just implemented a system in one of the biggest car automotive manufacturing in Southeast Asia, where they use the edge systems to go and check the quality of the painting of the car, right? In the past, they rely on people to do manual check. Now, because they cannot bring the workers because of COVID and all the restrictions, what they do is that they install a lot of edge systems that include high definition camera with a network, with a workflow system. So within a very quick, a time, they know whether this car painting has passed the standard that they want to have, or they have already, right? If it doesn't meet, then they have to put a note in that particular product. So this is where the edge is really can make a difference, right? In retail, it's the same thing. The edge is happen at the point where the sales are made, where the customer decided to buy. We as a retailer need to provide to the customer the best seamless experience for them, so they are very happy with the purchase. If you are operating transport logistics, same thing, right? The most critical point is where the orders are shipped, right? And a customer expect to have information earlier, or also at the time when the orders are shipped, right? And the workers also need to be armed with the technology and solution that they can inform the customers that this is the orders that you have ordered before, and we delivering the orders to you today. Based on this information, you are ordering this, and this is what you basically getting today from us. Yeah, and it will continue, right? Whether it is a factory, whether it is healthcare, whether it is transport logistics, and even down to the field services, right? Many of our customers also using the core, the edge solutions beside the core, also to support the frontline, to deliver the field services like power, maintenance, grid maintenance, telco, and the network maintenance, right, and all of that. And last but not least, also these emergency services, right? The ambulance, the fire brigade. They also need those kind of edge system that can help them to save lives, right? So that's the thing that I want to share with you, that the edge is happening already and across multiple different industry. So with that, I want to let you know that we in Zebra very, very focused about how we can help you to transform your edge, right? And to transform the edge, this is our perspective, that the end goal is how to make happy customers and also happy workers, right? So I think someone thought about this. I think he's a legend in the retail industry that say that if you make your workers and your employee happy, you may have more happy customers as well, right? And happy workers doesn't mean that you give you always increase their salary. It's not only that. It's about how they feel satisfied with the outcome that they have delivered to the customers, right? So and of course, customer will be happy if they receive something beyond the expectation, right? So this is the goal. And when we deliver Performance Edge, it's about to transform the experience of the customers and also the employee, the workers, to be able to be satisfied or over-satisfied on what they receive. But to achieve this, which is the holy grail for many of the business, we got to go and do three things. Number one is workflow, right? So anything that related to the system is rely on the workflow. And the workflow is performed by the applications, by the process that you build, in a company, the business process, and automated by applications that you basically use. And that's all about that, how we can improve the workflow and then deliver the business performance. And second factor is when you want to do that, you must connect who and what matters, right? Whether it is between the customer and also the people that deliver the shipment to the customers, or between the customers and also the in the retail and the retail salesperson. You got to connect these two guys, right? Well, and connect also what matters, right? Whether they want to know the pricing, they want to know the timeline, they want to know certain information, we have to be able to connect, that information and also those who really matters. And last but not least is about how you can unlock the power of the data, right? So I believe that many of maybe the speakers before already mentioned that this is the age of data-driven. So the enterprise of the future is a data-driven enterprise. So we got to use the data, and not just that, not just data capture, but how you're going to unlock the power of the data. So the data that you collect will be able to make your customer happy, right? Or the data that you deliver, make them happy, make them feel satisfied, and then they will become a repeat customers, right? So all of this, I think what in Zebra we are helping, how we can unlock the power of the data, how we can connect who and what matters, how we can improve the workflow and business performance. At the end of the day, it's about making customers and workers happy. Okay, so I think that's something that I like to share with you as what the role of Zebra in the industry. Okay, so bottom line for achieving that is about how we empower the customers and also the workers, right? And then make every asset and workers also visible and then connected and also fully optimized. So that's the end goal, the way to deliver that happy customers and workers. So with I want to give you some example of that, how basically we can help to transform the edge and getting the performance edge. If you are running a food manufacturing, just maybe just one example. I know in Philippines there are many great food manufacturers. I can see it in Singapore, right? So one of the really the challenge for many of the food manufacturing is to make sure the food safety, right, across the supply chain. So then how you can make sure that the food that you're going to deliver that, has the highest, standard for food safety, right? You're not going to go and cook something which is expired, for example, or you don't want to cook something which is, being, for example, rejected or being, banned from, kind of market, right? So we have to deliver that. So that also need the X system to connect, all the data that comes into the food manufacturing, right? Ingredients. If you are operating the warehouse, a lot of our warehouse customers now, they're really focused on modernizing the warehouse. If I look at McKinsey study, I think about 6 months ago, they have done a very, very good study. If you're interested, I can share with you that the study. They look at the whole world, and then they look at Asia Pacific region. And they found in Asia Pacific, the industry and also the businesses has adopted technology very, very well. Whether cloud, networking, software, right, analytics, AI, you name it. The Asia Pacific companies are very progressive, okay? But there's one area which a lot of businesses in Asia Pacific are lagging compared to their peer in the world. And that's about automation. Okay, so a lot of business are still running on the edge with pens and papers. Okay, so warehouse. I also engaged with one transport logistics company in Indonesia recently. They are one of the large one. They have operating 40 warehouses across the island in Indonesia, and we invite them to our workshop, and then they admit to us that many of the workflow that they are running now is manual. What does it mean is they're still using pen and papers on the edge, right? So then they're asking Zebra, can you help us how we can modernize it, how we can automate that, so then we do not really rely on pen and papers because it's very slow and also very prone to error. So we are now implementing some barcoding and scanning and even RFID to help them to automate, okay? So the other two examples, I think, maybe self-explanatory here. But again, we have a lot of use cases like this. Yeah. I think in the interest of time, I want to, move a little bit, to the next. So again, that the industry that we serve is very much across industry. What does it mean? If you are in retail and you're operating warehouse, you are running manufacturing or factories, you have, hospitals, right? Or you are operating a transport logistic companies to support the e-commerce, or basically you are running field operations. All of this industry need the edge transformation, and Zebra can and help you to go and working together with VSC ECS and our partners in Philippines, we can help you to transform that, right? And the way that we transform also helping is not just about giving you the hardware or software, but we can start from designing and the whole process, and then choose the right hardware and software that can really solve the problems. One example that we just have recently in Singapore, we work with one of the largest semiconductor company here, and don't be surprised, many of even the semicon industry, they still have a bit of pen and papers, right, in their operations. So we help them now to create more intelligent automation that will help them to manage the warehouse better. The warehouse is not just for the end products, but also for the spare parts, because many of the manufacturing, especially semicon electronics, they rely on operations of their tools and productions tools, and they have a lot of spare parts, and it's very, very expensive, right? In the past, they manage it not very automatically. Now they engage with us, put RFID, so there's a lot of intelligent automation that happen to help them to make sure that they have the right spare parts at the right time to support the factory to keep the yield high. So I think this is something that I want to mention to you. So we have a lot of use cases, across, for example, this is in retail, right? Again, with the edge solutions, you can, create a better convenience, whether it's in store, in a curbside or in online. So a lot of this already start happening. We call it in retail is omni-channel. So many of the retailers, when we talk to them, what is the single thing that the most important for the retailers? They said omni-channel, right? Online and offline. So how are we going to manage that? How are we going to transform the experience? So when people buy online, they want to pick up offline, they can do it, right? So in the retail world, I think there's one other big thing called BOPIS, B-O-P-I-S, buy online, pick up in a store, right? Is your system able to basically provide that BOPIS experience for them, right? Because some of them, they say, hey, I want to go into the store, I want to see it, and I want to pick it up, right? So are you able to deliver that O2O, I call it, right? Online to offline, offline to online kind of experience and seamlessly, yeah? So smarter operations, and then also a very big thing for the retail is about inventory. The question that I always ask my customers is that, how accurate is your inventory? Is it 99% accurate, 90% accurate, right? Because when you improve a single point of accuracy, you actually already improve your bottom line. And also you can improve your top line, the revenue and your profit, right? Because you can reduce out of stock, you can reduce cost, you can reduce loss, and you can speed up the order fulfillment. So inventory accuracy is a very big thing for people in retail. And this is where Zebra can help to provide the solutions together with our partners. We have a lot of use cases. I think if you, I don't have time today to go into every detail, but we have solutions on the left that the retailers are making here. And then we have on the right the name of the retail customers that we are already delivering the solutions, right? It's not just about hardware, it's about workflow, it's about transforming the edge. So we help them with a lot of software as well, whether it is analytics and then workforce planning, management solutions, and then support by our mobile computers, tablets, scanners, and printers, right? So those are the things that we deliver in retail. In healthcare, we can help you if you're operating a hospital, how you can get better patient identification with the wristband kind of label. How we can deliver, what we call is a clinical mobility, which is a very big thing today, because the hospital may have exceeded their capacity, so they want to continue to treat a patient, but they want to do it through mobile kind of a way, right? So clinical mobility is a big thing, especially after COVID. And then last but not least is real-time location and tracking. They want to monitor the patient movement and status. They also want to improve their asset management. So if they have X-ray system, mobile X-ray, they have a certain equipment in the hospital, they want to make sure that those equipment are fully utilized and they can track and then they can increase utilization of those equipment. So it's very much to provide insight to support the decision. Okay. So in healthcare, again, we have provide a lot of solutions, RFID solutions, and also the location-based, tracking solutions with Workforce Connect from Zebra, and also MotionWorks and Workforce Connect. So, and they're supported by a lot of our devices, mobile computers, tablets, scanners, and printers, right? And I just mentioned a couple of hospitals there, and it's actually growing, the number of hospitals that are using Zebra. In a warehouse, a lot of things that we can transform, right? We can optimize the workflow through the mobility. We can provide a real-time visibility, to the warehouse manager, and also we can help, the warehouse manager to proactively improve the performance, right, of the workers in the warehouse. One, I think, recent thing that Zebra is doing, and I don't know whether I have a time to show the video. We're also doing the robotics. Recently, we acquired Fetch Robotics, and the approach is how we're going to support, the customers for that. Okay, so these are the kind of examples of customers that we are helping in terms of transformation of the warehouse, right? Another one is manufacturing. I know in Philippines there are many of the manufacturing companies. You have one of the largest manufacturing for F&B. So, again, it's about quality assurance, it's about asset and facility management is about traceability. So we have many different solutions that can protect your customers and confidence and tracking anywhere, anytime, anything, and then also you can account for every product and possibility with the traceability solution that we have, right? So this is again at three kind of use cases that we have in manufacturing, and again at the investment has been done by many of our customers to improve the manufacturing process, to increase output with flexibility, and also to make sure that the workers in the manufacturing are being more productive and be supported with the technology. So we have again similar previously with the warehouse. We have a software solution to connect the workforce. We can also doing the tracking and location solutions. We have an RFID to provide more intelligent automation, right? And we have on the right some of the name of the customers that we already implemented there. Okay, so a quick one. I think coming to the last use case is the field operations, where the energy utilities, electric, water, oil and gas, telecommunications, mining. You have a lot of those staff and workers that working there. So we can optimize your asset utilization. You can locate and ID the asset that you have, and also we can help you to comply to the regulatory with the solutions that we have. Last mile delivery, and also the manufacturing. So those are the things that we can provide to a lot of these field operations. And some of the things that are quite unique in a field operation, for example, we have a head mount display, right? People, to be more productive, they want to have a hands-free. They put a head mount display, and with the head mount display, they can scan, they can look at information, and then they can make decision on the spot. So we have those, solutions for them. And also again, MotionWorks that tracking the all the data that you have, and also the system that you put in place, and then connect all the workers. So yeah, I think this is the last one, public safety, right? If you are in the government and you are providing public safety, whether it's ambulance, whether it's fire brigade and others, we can also help, and also police, for example, right? Public safety, police is need tools and equipment that can help them to be productive, as well as they can solve the problem faster and better. So we have a lot of a portfolio to support that, and we can also doing the device integration and provide the high security standard that meet the requirement from the public safety organizations, right? So we have a couple of use cases in US, for example, with the city of Troy, Bonita Springs, where we provide tracking solution, connect them, and also to manage the devices using our Zebra Visibility IQ Foresight to know how they're basically using the devices. Okay, so I think a very interesting story that I want to share with you today, that eZebra even go into the sport. So we have putting the RFID tag into the football. So the football that they carry in the NFL has been tracked with RFID. So the team that play that can really know how they basically running the game, right? So more than 13,000 tag has been put in place, and NFL basically get the benefit of this. So this is how it is implemented. I think probably I don't have enough time to go and put in the details, but hopefully the picture can let see that the players has a RFID tag right here on the body, so you can track the player's movement, you can track the ball movement, and then you have the RFID readers put in the stadium. Then if you want to do a real-time analytics about how the game is playing as a coach, you can have a lot of inputs from this, right? So the objective is try to go and make the games better, for every team that implemented that. So in a nutshell, I think this is what we deliver in Zebra together with PCA ECS and the partners. Is number one is unmatched. I realize that there is a bit of block here. Yeah, so unmatched, service and support. and then hardware will be built around that, and the solution that I have mentioned to you around the intelligent edge, right? And yeah, so this is a bit of a more specific that we can enable you to take actions on how you can optimize your workflows by connecting the intelligence, and then make your operations more feasible. When you want to identify the asset, you want to locate them, you want to know the conditions, you can do it all with one seamless solution that we can provide from Zebra. So I think with that, I want to end my presentation. So hopefully this will help the audience to know a bit more about the edge, and encourage you to go and start thinking how you can improve the edge as well as the core that you're already doing, and then put it together, and your business workflow improve, your outcomes is increase, and you make your customers and workers happy.